and welcome to the Blessed Life Week 11. I hope that you are ready to join me this week. This is the Blessed Life by Robert Morris, a devotional series. So we're in week 11, and I hope that you've been enjoying it and being blessed by it. If you have, please share it with your friends and family. Let everyone know, what we're doing and what you're learning, and just how God has been blessing you in reference to tithing and giving offerings, and just giving and just being one with Him anyway. So if you're on Facebook, I hope you've been watching the videos and enjoying them. Also, if you're on YouTube, hope you've been enjoying them as well. Rate, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, okay? So week 11, we're in March now, so we still got several months to go, and I'm going to be here every single week giving you what I got from the Blessed Life, okay? So here we go. The scripture actually comes from Hebrews 7 and 8. But Melchizedek, who received a tenth from Abraham, continues living, as the scripture says. Now this week 11 is titled Abraham, Melchizedek, and You. I suspect many believers think that the only scripture on tithing is the one we read earlier in Malachi. Let me show you just a few of the other places in the Word where the principle of the tithe is established. In Genesis 14, we find a passage I've already mentioned. Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was the priest of God Most High. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abraham of God Most High, possessor of heaven and earth, and blessed be God Most High, who has delivered your enemies into your hand. And he gave him a tithe of all. 18, verse 18 through 20. A full 430 years before tithing was a part of the Mosaic Law, Abraham tithed to Melchizedek. According to the book of Galatians, Abraham is our spiritual father, and Melchizedek is a type of Jesus Christ. Some prominent Bible teachers think that he might even have been Jesus Christ himself. I think that's true too. Melchizedek's titles were King of Righteousness and King of Peace. And of course, Jesus is a true King of Righteousness and Peace. See the correlation? We also know that Melchizedek is the type of Christ because the Bible explicitly says so. In Hebrews 5, the inspired writer says of Jesus, and having been perfected, he became the author of eternal salvation to all who obey him, called by God as high priest, according to the order of Melchizedek. Verse 9-10. Likewise, the entire 7th chapter of Hebrews is devoted to showing how Jesus is the fulfillment of all the types and shadows embodied in Melchizedek. It gives particular attention to the fact that Abraham tithed to Melchizedek. For this Melchizedek, king of Salem, priest of the Most High God, who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the kings and blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave a tenth part of all. First being translated King of Righteousness, and then also King of Salem, meaning King of Peace. Without father, without mother, without genealogy, having neither been beginning of days nor end of life, but made like the Son of God, remains a priest continually. Verse 1 through 3. So Abraham, our spiritual father, tithed to Melchizedek, who was either Jesus Christ himself or a symbolic representation of Christ. Moreover, all this occurred 430 years before the law. This is one other important thing mentioned later in this passage that I want you to see. Here, mortal men receive tithes, but there he, Jesus, receives them, of whom it is witness that he lives. Hebrews 7 and 8. Melchizedek, we're tithing to Jesus, Melchizedek, not just our church. Well, hey, stay tuned for the food for thought. I like living this kind.